Okay, testing some more streaming today while working on vibe coding. We were working on I started working on some changes to the website the other day to my marketing site, which is here, system3.md, for my company. And I streamed that uh, on my company's channel, but halfway through the recording, I forgot to change the camera back. It was on a view. I changed it to a view like this, and then you couldn't see. No, no. It's supposed to be like this, that you can see like the code that I'm working on. But then I took a break and I changed it to like my face, and then when I came back, I did a lot more coding with it just as my face, so you couldn't see the code. The code was down here in this little window. That was no good. So that one's unpublished, but it's unlisted. I'll probably put a link in the description. But let's get going today. So we'll start with tool setup. So tools are Zed.dev, which you got to be on a Mac or Linux to get. If you're not on Mac or Linux, you can get Cursor, which is another good AI-assisted code editor, but I strongly prefer Zed, so I'm going to use that. And then I have Anthropic set up here in Zed, and I'm using 3.5 Sonnet. I like 3.5 better than 3.7, so that's what I do. And then, yeah, I have this context file that we made last time, which is actually in my Obsidian vault, which I've added to this Zed project. So this is actually this AI context is actually a folder in my Obsidian vault, and then working on the System 3 web, and I started this context node. So that's the tools, and then I got my browser over here where we'll be tinkering with stuff. All right, and then getting oriented. So the project is we've got this releases page on the website. Our product is Relay. Relay is a plugin for Obsidian that makes Obsidian multiplayer, uses CRDTs, and we're getting faster at that, but once a week or so. But it's actually already out of date. There's a 4.7 and a 4.8 that are already out. So the goal here is to automate this page so that I don't have to go into Zed every time and find the page and add the new content, for which there's always a delay and it's just a pain. So we made a plan last time for how we were going to do that, and we wrote that plan up here in this markdown file. But there have been some changes. I was talking to business partner Dan, who's the actual engineer here. I'll probably put this in the description, but I'm not an engineer. I'm a product person, product manager. And but since about October, I've been doing this, well, vibe coding thing. That name was only coined in last month in February, but I can build stuff. So this whole website, I built this all myself in Zed with Claude. Also, this observatory thing I'm working on now, which is sort of an analytics tool for the Obsidian ecosystem, so you can see how many downloads all the plugins are getting, see what the popular plugins are by category. Anyway, so I built that all myself, so it's pretty wild to me that I can code all this myself. And so I'm making these videos. Figured I'd just do some streaming of how I do this work so that other people might be able to do it too if they want. Alright, so where are we at? Right, so we want to get this releases page automated. And we had made a plan. So we did this, that's good. We fixed the data structure, so we moved the content of that page out of being hard-coded on the page route itself. Was here. It was all on here, but now we're just pulling in that data from elsewhere. And so we made some components, a release card, and we put that data elsewhere. We put the data here in this feature. No, that's a new thing. I was working on that yesterday. I didn't make any stream vids about that. Here, releases. Processed and raw. Okay, so those were created as part of our old plan. I'm going to go ahead and delete those because you'll see in a minute that plan has changed. We might not even need that. No, that's just all the data. But yeah, we won't need that either, actually. Okay. So let's go back over here and we'll update our plan. So the plan was update the data storage. That actually is also going to be moot. And then set up a webhook so that when a new release comes out, it triggers our website to go and get that data, process it with LLMs, and then rebuild the site with the new data. Talking with Dan, the actual engineer here, suggested that the better way to do this, the more standard way to do it, is just to just to hit that GitHub API, and we'll eventually pull that into something that we control. But hit that API when the user requests the page. The page is actually constructed dynamically from whatever is most recent at the API. And GitHub API limits are like 5,000 per hour. So as long as fewer than 5,000 people are hitting this page per hour, or I actually hit that releases API once a day to collect data for all of the Obsidian plugins for that observatory project. And so that's about 2,500 hits within an hour right there. So that'll be counting against me. But whatever, we don't get anything close to 2,500 visits a day on the website, so we're within the limits there. So anyway, we'll hit that live, and then build the page on the fly. So that means that we need to set ourselves up to parse that API and build the page on the fly. So there's some things that are unfamiliar to me there, but Dan showed me a little snippet of code suggestion for how that could work. And basically what's useful for me as a non-programmer here is to talk with the actual experienced engineer and get this sort of guidance every once in a while. It'll save me the trouble of doing things in weird, unorthodox ways that are going to wind up having problems and need to be rebuilt. So Dan kind of steered me onto this track. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to start by updating this note. I'll talk with Claude to do that. So let me switch it back. Remember to get the code there. All right, so in Zed, in order to pull this active tab into this window, hit slash and then tab. It brings it in. I can expand this if I want, but it's all the same as what you've seen. Okay, so there's the object. However, display on the page. I'm going to say, let's talk about it here first. Yeah, dynamic approach makes sense. Tests, fetching, release data. Yeah. No, for this one, yes, the reason we wanted to do that There'll be a step in there somewhere. Okay, so set up the GitHub API integration. There might be a cleanup step in here. I guess we can leave that all until the end. Let me just check. I'm going to Command J to bring up the terminal. And it shows me that I'm already in the branch. So that's good. Git status to check out what's going on there. Good. I properly cleaned up after myself the last time that I worked on this. So let me grab this plan and we'll just start making some changes to it. Right, API wrapper. API client wrapper. I don't actually know what that is. So let me ask him about that first. What is a client / wrapper? And I guess I have the, yeah. There's a dedicated module class, set of functions that handles all the direct interactions with an external API. Cool. Cool. Great. So it's going to need a GitHub token. Luckily, we've already set all that up because we're already hitting these GitHub APIs for Observatory. So what else we got? Configure authentication. Yeah, already done that. Test fetching releases data. Yeah, cool. That sounds like a fine place to start. Processing layer. Create utilities to transform the GitHub release data into our format. Hold on. Just put this down. I'll just show, I'll put a note where, like, for example, copy path. That's the file for the GitHub workflow that runs every day to get new data. So I'll give them the path, so it's on the record. And then yes, test fetching sounds good. Create utilities to transform sounds good. No, we're not doing that. Handle error case info, sure. Actually, we're gonna save that for the end. Probably he's right though that is the time to do that. Fine, all right, we'll leave it there. I'm hitting Option up to move that. All right, then create relay releases to or convert it. Yep. Implement the loading states, add error handling, cache responses. I don't think we're gonna do that, but maybe. Test performance. Okay, and I'll say clean up. Oh, Claude does extra spaces. Alright. I like to say, what do you think? Though, I probably should do... Claude is super sycophantic, so if you just said something and you said, what do you think? He's going to be like, that's the best idea. Solid, streamlined plan. And if you ask him to critique it, then he'll like reach deep into his ass for nonsense, and then you have to be like, that doesn't make any sense. Well, if there is a good critique, then he'll find that. But if there's no good critique, he'll still you said criticize, so I'm going to criticize, and it's just going to be a dumb thing. Format existing GitHub release notes for consistency. I'll just put that in cleanup. I don't know. How about testing and polish? That's step 4. Alright, cool. Yeah, so so yeah, that was never a technical requirement. That was the plan. That was... Okay, those are the actual requirements. And then plan. Yeah. Made up that time. That was not necessary. It always adds this kind of extra fucking fluff. I hate it. So we're gonna skip that. Add that. And... I'll replace... Replace all this. Okay. Goals. He says, the goals section, second goal mentions LLM processing, which we're no longer doing. Oh, you're right. Sure, that's a good way to do it. Technical requirements. Didn't I already move the web thing? Sure did. That's fine. Alright, so then let's get started. So what are we gonna do? Alright. So let me update this. We're gonna go with step 1, which is set up GitHub API. That's smaller. So we're gonna work with the GitHub API. Alright. Well, I already have a GitHub directory. It's a .github. Is that okay? Yeah, I think that's probably fine. So I'm going to show him that file, which will also give him some clue about how we do authentication. I think this says that we'll show him how to find the secret token. So /tab. Should we put it there? Huh. For organization, keep that in the, that should be GitHub specific configs and workflows. That's pretty interesting. He wants to put it in source lib config. Let's make it a config file. Source lib, no, not config. Source lib GitHub. So I never know how people decide that this should go in lib. He says, I'm going to delete this because I want to talk about that. It's a learning opportunity. I'm a newbie programmer. And GitHub directory is a special directory that GitHub specifically looks for. Okay. It's meant for GitHub specific configuration files like workflows. Okay. Source lib, on the other hand, is where we put actual application code. I guess it makes sense. I see that this is application code, although, well, yeah, this is. Is it application code or not? This is a GitHub workflow run, so it's, I guess I can see that it's not really part of the application. It's part of an ancillary thing, like another application that runs on GitHub. Alright, so GitHub is how our GitHub repository behaves, like it automatically does these data collection projects once a day or whatever, and how our application works. Alright. So I had to move our code from GitHub to GitLab. everything in GitHub would become irrelevant. But our API client... because that makes sense. Well, kind of. This one. If we move to GitLab, then it wouldn't be the GitHub API we'd be calling anymore. It'd be the GitLab API we'd be calling. But suppose that this was something. This is very like self-referential here. But suppose it was like we're getting a stock ticker. We're calling like a Bloomberg API. Then yeah, that makes sense. That we would want that to be in the application files. Okay. So I like to say, give me bash, create the files, folders. Config. He's just saying he wants to put it in lib. We're going data? Oops. CD. CD. Accidentally CD'd into that. I didn't know you could just do that. Just paste the file name and hit enter, and that would CD you all the way into that. That's good to know. But what I want to say is ls, and then that lists me the contents, and then I'll show that to Claude, because I want to make sure, like, you sure it shouldn't go in the data folder? We're getting data. It doesn't seem right there. I'm going to hit 10 so that it gives it only the last 10 lines of terminal code. So yeah, that's up to like there. Yes, agreed, it shouldn't go in live data. Alright, great. He's giving me the bash. Create a test file. No, we'll wait for that. So GitHub index types client. I don't really know what those are gonna be. Index, main exports, types, type definitions, client. Actual GitHub client implementation. Yeah, whatever, fine, we'll let him do it all. Okay, ran that. Yes, show me each file. But, give it to me. Cat out. I'm gonna say cat out. That way I can just copy paste it into terminal, and it'll put all that content into those files. I don't have to open them up one by one. Can you hear me? I don't know how to tell if you can hear me. I assume you can. Yeah, I see a little microphone moving. I'm gonna do a little test, just to see. Actually, that'll take a minute because I got this little blocker that slows me down when I try to access YouTube, which is good. Continue to YouTube. Okay. Is it working? Yep, it's working. Okay. So, copy and paste this whole thing, ignoring the ticks and ignoring the bash. Get it from right there, and right there, right before the ticks end. Command C, Command B. Okay, so that one failed. Did the rest of it go? Vive, GitHub. Yeah, that all works. Just I did do the tests one though. So I'm just gonna tell Claude what happened. Hopefully he'll recognize that all the rest of it worked and just that one failed. Okay. No, he is types. He is trying to do the rest of it. So we're just gonna do this. Cool, that worked. And then I want the one where he's gonna do tests. And then we'll do the test. Test. Okay. So I want him to give me a little tutorial. I want to understand what's happening here. Alright, so let's break down what we've created. So in types.ts, we're exporting a GitHub release with all this stuff. Okay. Oh, so export, and so it's what we're going to be receiving. Okay. I think we're going to need like, oh, maybe that's tag name. We'll see what happens. Because we're going to need to know if it's the latest release or if it's beta or whatever. Could also get like number of downloads on it. Maybe it isn't needed here. Okay, and then client.ts. Constructor. Returns a promise of an array of releases. Okay. Specific URL of. No, that is not the correct address. System 3D. I'll have to tell him. Repo address. And then alright, then index makes our code available to other parts of our application, sure. We can import it from okay. Alright. So since I told him we were doing bash cat, he's giving me that, so that'll just update that automatically. Yeah, let's try it. Command enter to generate here. Okay. Why did you not give me bash for that, bro? Easier. Ah, so he went ahead and edited the releases page. Bold move. Okay, so we gotta start up the dev server. So new terminal, it's pnpm dev here. beach out there. Santa Barbara. Okay. It takes a minute for the dev server to start, but it's at, you can see, 5173, so let's do that. So, yep, that's working, and let's check out the releases page. How are we gonna, oh, yeah, there we go, we got a nice little error. Cool. I'm gonna grab this, and I can probably just get it in terminal. I might have missed it. Yeah, I missed it. Zed is already running, what? Yeah, a lot of errors here. Boy. That might not get all of them, but oh yeah. So, some escaped characters in our bash output. Okay. And TS. I run that over here. Let's see if that looks any better. I get any errors right there. Nope. As soon as I click that, I get some errors. So I don't really know what's going on here, but I don't have to. This is Vive's coding. So he wants to edit client.ts. To add. So somehow this whole thing was failing. Right? GitHub. Oh no, GitHub slash. No, different. Client.ts. This one. Alright. I'll just grab that. I don't know, did anything change? We'll see. Error, failed to fetch releases. Anything over here? Just want to clear that, so I know I'm going to refresh this page. And then, yeah, that's the new stuff. Error means either our repository path is wrong, authentication isn't working. Nope, that is not the right place. Share what that brings up. Annoying that is opening that window. Of that, so not found. So, you could look at there. I doubt it's in here, but it's probably in our data collection script. So where is that? That's in lib utils. Observatory processing, collection temp is fine. Yeah. Yeah, GitHub. No instructions relay. This is the address. Ah, case sensitive. Wow. Oh, and the API there. Okay. Okay. That seems better. Oh, hey, there we go. All right, we got it. And yeah, it's just as much of a big mess as I thought. But you know, Dan showed me a little demo of. I thought it was going to be a huge pain in the ass to try to process this, and so that was with you know, classic code parsing logic. So that was why I was thinking we would just do that with an LLM. But no, Dan showed me that it's pretty easy to do. So all right, what's this? Oh, that's my streaming thing. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. All right. So and let's just make sure it's the right one. Yeah. Like ODAP 4.9. Yep, that's what Dan's working on right now. So that's great. I like to commit kind of frequently. Okay. Cool, so that's committed. Git status. Still some things that didn't go. Features, user account. Ah, that's what I was working on last night. Yeah, we'll commit that too. Give him 10 lines. Just helps to not fill up the context window so fast. Git status. Alright, we're good. Alright, so I think what's next is... Did I do it again? I did it again. God dang. I gotta remember. I had you on big face mode that whole time. Terrible. I should just not ever change it. My bad, my bad. I guess probably what I need for this streaming operation is a screen, like near my screen, that's showing me exactly what you guys are seeing. So that I'll know if I'm fucking up. That's what I need. That's cool. I can do that. Alright. So, anyway. Alright, so he's gonna need to see... Dang. He's gonna want to see the old releases page and how that was structured. But we just committed over that. But it's in Git, it's okay. The data, though, we can show him. Data? Right? Releases, index, yeah, that one. Yeah, I can. Alright, so git log. No, that's gonna be annoying. Ugh, it's gonna give me this paginated crap. I hate that. Alright. Escape, I think? No. No. Q. Okay. And that, alright. Is that the whole thing? More paginated nonsense. Ugh. What's going on here? Why is my shit hanging off the bottom of the screen? Did I move it? Okay. Weird. Alright. There we go. There we go. Alright. Just give me this whole thing. Well, that we don't need to go from there for, but I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna do it that way. What is this? What's going on here? P, command P to open a file, and then he wants releases. Release is components site really, and then components site releases slash release card svelte, sure. Yeah. Guess I'll give him this too. Perfect. Now we have everything we need. And he wants to see the raw GitHub data. Yeah, sure, fine, makes sense. It's a lot of data. Is this it? What is this? Yeah, I think this is it. How did it get open here? Huh. I don't know how that happened, but that's the terminal log. Where's the terminal? Oh. Of course. It's because I dragged the terminal up. Wait, no, I didn't. Alright, fine. So we'll just give him a big chunk of this. It's coming up because it was shown on a page. Whatever, I'll just get it from over here. This is the unadulterated version. Give me a couple of these. It's okay. Size only comes maybe. Make sure he's got one that's real-ish. We're looking for name. Name, manifest. Oh, that's the asset. What at 4.8? Yeah, sure, let's get that one. That one's probably the last real one. What at 4.8.rc4? Sure. Here's some. Let's see how much this adds to our context window. We're at 25,000. Oh, that updated as soon as I pasted, so I can't tell you anymore. Yeah. For Lent, I'm not a religious man, but for Lent I'm giving up being mean to Claude, so I would have called him like a bastard or dirty bitch or something worse here, but I'm gonna not. You misbehaving boy. Yeah, a lot of stuff here. Okay, we'll see. We'll see about that. Command J to get that terminal. Huh. Where's my? Oh, I closed my other terminal when that would be the dev service. This should break now. Why is that still working? That's weird. Oh, because maybe you have to like actually close it, kill it. So now I probably just have like a rogue dev server running somewhere. Wait, is this it? It is. I just moved it up to there. Got myself very confused. Alright. That's right. That's the dev server. Still ready to go. I'm going to run this big bash here. And let's see what we see. Releases. Okay. I mean, that is some brand new data right there. Wow. And let's compare what that looks like to the live site. System 3, MD, releases. So, we'll just do it over here, and that'll be over here. Okay, cool. So we're going to probably want to filter it to not show the RC versions, or I mean, I don't think we want users to be downloading them. Go ahead if you want, but break your shit. So yeah, filter. We want these beta versions, but not the RC versions. So let me show them what we're getting. We go production and beta. So he's gonna update this page server dealy. Where is that? Usually we keep those in routes. Relay releases. Yeah, routes, relay releases page server. Routes, relay releases page server. Yeah, so he's gonna be editing this. If I run this cat, we should see this file update. Yep. That saves automatically. Let's see what we got now. Yeah, cool. Alright, and are we getting all of them? So, right, we don't have any. The earliest I started adding them to the site was 2.15. But okay, we're not getting data for that. Features, why did those break? So this is where we'll probably have to, I may have to go back and edit the raw, or edit GitHub for some of these. But let's just spot check them. So prod and on dev, it's just not getting anything for it. Or not, it's getting the date and the name and the tag, but not the features. It should be getting those features, no longer, unless it's not on there. And the date is different. No, that's okay. That's fine. Oh, but it's probably a time zone thing. Yeah, because that's what I put in, and that's what we're getting from the API. I think the API is probably on GMT, which is like 7 hours later. So yeah, let's do that. Well, I wish I still had that. Do I? Oh, yeah. Dan got it from here. We got 2.15. Why is that not? Oh, well, whatever Dan wrote didn't get it. Do I want this view on GitHub thing? Yeah. Not bad. Is that gonna work? I don't think that's gonna work. It does work. Whoa. So that's opening over here where you can't see it. Over here. I was just surprised because in previous work, Claude told me, nope, there's no way to filter the API response. You can only get all or nothing. And then he just casually gives me a way to filter the API response. Okay, I'm just gonna give him all this. Ooh, I do want a JSON formatter browser extension. That's another thing that I battled with this jerk about. I'm going to do that first. Well, what does he say? Fine. Sorry, this shit keeps opening down here. I don't like that. Yeah. Okay. How do I install it? I forget. Where's the, like, install? I very casually gave that permission to read all my data on all websites. Fine. Let's see how that goes. Oh yeah, but that's so much better. That's what I've been wanting, these collapsible dealings. Okay, cool. So I gave him that. Let's send it. Okay, yep. See, you gotta watch him for this kind of shit. That will fuck up the whole thing if I run that bash. Okay, so this is GitHub processor.ts. Yeah. So Command A, Control Enter, and then pull in the changes. Enter. Add some fallback for empty release nodes. Maybe. I don't know about all that. Where are we? So O.2.15, was that what we said? That wasn't even on the other one. No, 22nd. Still the 23rd. Alright. I'm being a little bit mean to him here. But, not like I used to be. Alright. 23rd, let's try it. Let's see. What? What is that? I don't see any console log getting added. I don't know what that is. Whatever, I'll add it. I doubt that's going to change anything. And then, what file are you wanting me to change? Don't ever give me code without telling me the file. Parse date function. So I told it to do it and it just didn't. Processor.ts. Parse date. There it is. Console logs. Yeah. And I guess he wants this. Oh. Seems like a bad log. Command J to get rid of that. Command R to get that back. I don't know why that goes away sometimes. Term. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I just had the wrong date. O.2.15. What the fuck? O.2.15. Dates. Okay, so the 23rd is still right. Alright, so I will go to GitHub. And I want to change O.2.15. How do I do this? Right? And give me the list of all O.2. Can I just search it? O.2.15. It seems like that should have worked. O.2. Fine. No big deal. I will find it. Oops. Oh, right. I always forget that 1.5 comes after. Okay. So well, I hope I'm only changing that. Let's see if that worked. Hey, look at that. That's great. Alright, so let's see if we can do this quickly. I'm just going to give this whole page. Okay, I changed it on GitHub. That worked fine. Let's review them all. Here's the full page I'm seeing on dev right now. We can get rid of this. And here's the full page I'm seeing on prod right now. Here. Compare. Which Alright, let's do them. So 0.4.8 has what? I don't see what the problem is with that. Show me update. Format like this. Fine. I think we do say like fix memory leak. We say that. Fine. So that's 0.4.8. Where we at? Release 0.4.8. Just want this. Fine. Update. Great. And then what else? And then 0.4.4. Wait. Okay, so 0.4.4 actually has tons of content on GitHub, and you're failing to get it somehow. Ooh, I got a comment. Hey, it's Asterix. What's up, buddy? Back at it. That's right. How you doing today? Yeah, I am also well. I'm just doing some coding here, working on the website. We're working on, this is our marketing website. Where is it? I'll show you the live one. We're here. You've seen this already. And I'm just updating this releases page so that this pulls from GitHub API rather than, this is what I was, no, is this what I was doing the other day? What was I doing the other day? I was working on like some data processing, I think, for something else. So yeah, just getting this page so that instead of hard coding this stuff and having to update it every time we release a new version, it pulls this from the GitHub Releases API, which it's doing over here. But oops, not there. I mean here. This is the dev version. But we gotta fix up a couple of things. So Claude wants me to, well, it seems like the problem. Hella not blank. Yeah, parser isn't picking it up. Issues uses different markdown formatting. Okay, no, we can, but I don't want your editorial. Just formatting. Yeah. How about you? What's happened in your life, Asterix? Where are you at? I've been assuming that you're in the US. Is that a true story? Okay. I'm gonna not read it and assume that Claude is not screwing me over here. But it seems like he's screwing me over. No, he's screwing me over. You mangled it. Maybe we do. Canada, cool. Canada are friends to the north who will not be joining our country. They are a free and independent state, and we like them that way. There's really nice structure. Your sections like handle different levels of header, sure. Yeah, but we should. Processor update first. What'd you do for your break, spring break? Corresponding GitHub processor. Let's do this. Pull in the changes. I don't know if that's right. Alright, let's try it. So, release notes. Here. Reload it. Still works, that's good. What was it? Seems like not. That was 0.4.4. I thought you were going to change this to accept arbitrary titles. Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah. I put some hours into that one. That one was great. I didn't play it all the way through, which I kind of regret because I was playing it at my house where I have a bunch of friends and we were all like kind of playing different parts of the story, so I didn't ever really quite know what was going on in the story, but it's supposed to be, I mean, obviously the game is beautiful and they put like $500 million into developing it. It's like insanely rich, but apparently the story is really beautiful. Have you been following along with the story? Alright, there's some changes. See if that works. 0.4.4, still empty. Still empty. Am I looking at the right one? 0.4.4, yep. Still empty. Now everything's empty? Yeah. I guess that's on index. Where is that? What Friday talk? Releases. Where is that one? Why are you saying that? That is, oh, that's data. Alright. I don't really trust what you're doing. It's a bigger change that he wants. Yeah, what is CSGO? CSGO. Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Yeah, cool. I haven't played it. But yeah, a whole different vibe going on in Red Dead Redemption 2. Alright, Asterix, I gotta go because I got a call in about 3 minutes. I'm gonna wrap up this here stream, but great to see you on here again. Maybe I'll see you again. All right, take care, buddy. See ya. You too.